Hello YouTube. Today we're working on a GMC Canyon, same thing as a Chevy Colorado with the inline 5. We're doing valve cover gaskets. Spark plug tube started leaking some oil in there. No bueno. Time to get them done. Pretty standard service for any vehicle, 80 to 120,000 miles. So let's get started. First step, remove the airbox. Done. Boom. Next step, coils, 10mm bolts, 5 of them. Obviously, remove those, get them out of the way. This harness here, go ahead and get it up out of the way. Get this entire guy. I used a bungee cord and a little zip tie. Worked out really well. Then start removing your valve cover bolts. I got all the way around and realized that 3 of those are underneath that intake manifold. I did not know that when I first took on this job. That's okay. That's why we're doing this video. So, to get the intake manifold loose with enough clearance to get to those bolts, remove the wheel. Always use a jack stand. Go ahead and remove your inner wheel well. Grab your serpentine belt removal tool or 3/8 ratchet or breaker bar. Remove your serpentine belts. Next step on a valve cover job is to remove the alternator. What the fuck? So, 15mm bolts. There are 2 on top. Here and here. Next one is on the bottom. It's not that bad. This is all easy stuff. At this point, you can see 4 of the intake manifold bolts. From here, if you can see that bolt right back up in there, that's one of them. They're 10mm. You can get to 4 of them from here. A couple helpful hints. This hole right here, a 1/4" extension fits right through here. Stick you a universal joint on the end of that with a 10mm. It is going to make getting those back bolts on the intake manifold a lot easier. Another helpful hint, the front intake manifold bolts you can get to right through here with an extension. That's not the bolt, but it's down in there. That makes life a lot easier. Now, it's still not going to be free because of this metal plate right here. There's about 5 or 6 wiring looms connected with these little plastic connector or clips. Remove all those. This is held on by 4 10mm bolts, by the way. You have to free. Maybe this is easier from the top. You have to free these lines right here from that clip. And I actually had to cut one of these guys with a pair of dikes on that metal bracket in order to completely free that bracket. Once it is free, you can move it to the side, move it left. You can then get to your final 2 intake manifold bolts. This is all really fun. It's not too bad. It's just good to have the information beforehand. If I had this video, it would have saved me a lot of time. So, once you do that, your intake manifold now has this much play. That's all you need to get to the final 3 bolts right below that guy. Final little word of advice, your valve cover. Now it is going to be free, but you're going to be hitting something. It's going to be this little bolt right here. Grab your T30 Torx bit, loosen that bolt, and then your valve cover is completely free. And that's it. So, more advice. To properly do this job, you now need a new throttle body gasket. To properly do this job, you should remove this intake manifold and put a new intake manifold gasket on there and torque it down to spec. This is the proper way to do it. I am not going to do this. If later on I get some codes for lean bank 1, lean bank 2, that's probably what it is, and I accept those consequences at that time. But for today, I'm just happy with where I'm at. So that's it, y'all. Pull that thing out. Pull it out. And that's it. Reassembly should be about an hour. Getting this out took about an hour and a half. If I had to do the job all over again from this point, probably take about an hour or so. So just be aware of what you're getting yourself into if you decide to take this job on. And that's it. Hope this helps. Bye.